I mean, you know, short of Ronald D. Moore putting someone else
exactly
in a torture
rewriting
scene,
that scene.
That's happened.
That's pretty unbelievable.
Whew.
Holy crap.
And we're not even halfway through.
Okay, well,
okay.
he or the hybrid says, I can see them all, the 7, now 6, self-described machines who believe themselves without sin.
Okay, so again, placing the hybrid in his actual part in the time stream, 3, Lucy Lawless's Cylon, hasn't been boxed yet in this time.
Right.
So he's prophesizing about the 7 Cylons, now 6, self-described machines. So that's...
They know that they're Cylons.
Yeah, they know that they're Cylons. He's just talking about the boxing here, which is interesting. And believing themselves without sin. They've committed genocide. So, and they seem to be fine with that. They don't think that's a big deal.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to say that is.
Okay. I mean, for me, okay, here's my theory. I mean, we talk about religion and how religion plays a role in all of this entire
And the
show.
2 religions.
And exactly, the 2 religions of the monotheistic belief and then the polytheistic belief that the humans seem to have, or the colonials seem to have. And so... I kind of see it, maybe it ties in with the whole idea that you have as well, that they're machines who believe themselves without sin because they believe in the one true God and they believe that they are right with their beliefs.
So by ones without sin, you're thinking it means the other ones are heretics.
Exactly.
So they believe in the, okay.
So like Cylons have their belief and everyone else around them that don't believe what they believe are clearly sinners.
See, the thing is, the next line is, but in time it is sin that will consume them. They will know enmity, bitterness, the wrenching agony of one splintering into many. If it's sin, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. If maybe they're talking about the same sin. I know there's a bunch of different sins, but in this case, what if it's that sin, the genocidal tendency, that will consume them? By that token, it could be the other...
But same with the religious thing. I mean, their belief consumes them. How many people in our world fight because they're consumed by their beliefs and make
Now, the wrenching agony of one splintering
choices.
into many. That could be a couple of different things. I personally think we're talking Cylon Civil War.
Right.
I think the 6 remaining Cylons and the 7th, because I think Lucy Lawless does come back this season, I think there's a civil war. Either factions or maybe straight up all 7 of them just totally disagree. And we've got 7 different factions of Cylons. It could be huge, splintering into many.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, I see the religious part playing aspect in that too, because maybe it's their beliefs, religious and other beliefs, that split them and cause them to go into the civil war. I think it kind of ties in.
Or maybe it's them accepting the polytheistic God.
Maybe some of them do.
The agony of one splintering into many, one God becoming 12 gods.
Maybe that's it as well.
An option. Now the next one up.
Oh, right. So, and then...
This is prophecy from every point of view.
And then they will join the promised land, gathered on the wings of an angel. Not an end, but a beginning.
So this one is definitely talking about the ending of the show.
Exactly. And the angel... I think we can all agree is Carathris.
Yeah, we've seen Starbuck and her relation to this Aurora goddess, and I mean, she's got wings that we've seen in the idol that we saw at least, so I think there she is, and plus she's even got a tattoo of a wing. So, I mean, that's probably our angel in this case. Not an end, but a beginning. And
they would join the promised land being Earth, so they will follow her to Earth.
Now, the next interesting thing that's said is that Carathris will lead the human race to its end. She is the herald of the apocalypse, the harbinger of death. They must not follow her. Now, there's 2 ways to look at this. My way is a bit more obscure.
I guess the literal way is colonials should not follow Carathris.
Because all the colonials will die.
Because they will all die. It'll be the end of the human race if they follow Carathris, because inevitably it seems that they, the Cylons, will join her as well, or will join them as well.
So I'm thinking if that's the case, then, I mean, that's one way of looking at it, but I still think...
Taking into account Matt's theory from previous episodes, right, about the cycle?
My crazy theory that the colonials and the Cylons are all Cylons, made by the people of Earth. So, that being the case, we've got Cylons who call themselves colonials and Cylons who call themselves Cylons showing up at Earth. Now, if the Cylons are in the middle of a civil war, and they're also at war with the colonials, we're talking about a bunch of people with nukes, a bunch of people who are at serious war with each other, showing up at Earth, where the human race lives.
The actual human race.
Yeah, the real human race, us. So I think we're talking about this war coming to Earth and destroying Earth, killing all the humans on Earth, while the colonials and Cylons are still there. Because they're not the human race. They're Cylons, all of them.
They just don't know it
They just don't know it.
That's insane.
That's what I think this is talking about. She's the herald of the apocalypse, which, something else is interesting. The herald of the apocalypse, the harbinger of death. Harbinger of death is an interesting line to use because that's almost right out of Planet of the Apes. That's what Charlton Heston's character is called by
Dr. Zaius.
By Dr. Zaius.
Yeah.
So if we take this into account, the idea of a world upside down, the humans who are apes and apes taking up where the humans are, and that whole reversal of roles.
Right.
This could be the idea that the machines who were humans and the humans and this cycle and the idea that everything's upside down and what you think is the way it is not. I think it's quite possible that Harbinger of Deathline is very specific. It's a Planet of the Apes reference, and that, yes,
it's an interesting way to look
the machines
at it.
are men, the men are machines, in the same way that the apes are. I think that's what that means. They must not follow her is just the idea of don't kill the humans.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, that's it.
For sure.
Next.
Well, the next part, as my own existence comes to a close, only to begin anew in ways uncertain.
Now, this is the first human-ish Cylon, which begs the question, can he download? Maybe that's what he's talking about.
We don't know that. I mean, he's been in space for 40 years or whatnot.
He's never downloaded.
He's never downloaded.
So maybe when he says ways uncertain, perhaps this is a very aged version of Leoben. You know, this could be the same human sort of DNA. Maybe he's so lucid and clever and knows what's going on because he's an old Leoben, and he'll come back. Maybe we'll see this hybrid again.
Maybe we will. Which
now,
will be
the last line, all this has happened before and will happen again.
Again.
Maybe it's a cycle. Maybe if you've read The Dark Tower, the idea that the beginning is the end, that kind of cyclical thing, maybe Ronald D. Moore is going to end this thing.
And really, we've been hearing this like mantra, if you want to say, if you want to call it that, from day one.
So it's possible that we're looking at, you know, not a simple reversal of the roles that happens once, but a cycle that repeats itself. It's an interesting way of looking at it. Maybe that's what it is.
So clearly you guys can understand how we just discussed this hybrid prophecy for a very long time. And why we wanted to share this with you.
Like we just wasted 15 minutes
really,
every day here.
There are so many theories that can be derived from this that we really want to hear your ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
You guys always come up with some pretty neat stuff that we don't think of. So
now let's move us on to another topic, BSG Las Vegas. The idea of...
Okay.
Anyway, that's enough of that. We're basically on the 4th of April for the premiere, sci-fi, 10 p.m. Why not watch it in Las Vegas?
Exactly. And let's make it possibly the biggest frat party ever.
We've got some people from Battlestar Galactica that actually want to be there.
Which is actually a pretty exciting thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, this could be a big party. Golden Nugget, it's pretty awesome.
And
I'm
it's
very
Vegas,
excited.
baby.
Yeah. And we're also going to do a live BSGcast, meaning we can all be involved in it. We can all talk. I think it's a very, very exciting opportunity for a bunch of fans to get together and do something with the fans.
I think that's a great idea, and hopefully you guys do too. Definitely let Ryan know so we can get things a little more organized and get more of an idea.
Join the Facebook group, hop on MySpace, all that stuff. Anyway, we're at the end of our time here, so we're going to come back with part 2, which is actually going to talk about, the DVD. So we'll see you then.
Bye.